Namo Narayan, courageous yogis. In this video, I wanted to do a video titled Why You Should Learn to Teach Yoga Nidra. But really, what I want to make this video on is why you must learn how to teach Yoga Nidra. And to be specific, I'm talking about the times that we're living in right now, the times that we're going into. We're seeing unprecedented levels of stress and tension. And as a result of that, we're seeing unprecedented levels of suicide. So the suicide rates recently have been tremendous. And I just wanted to talk about that for a second. So, most people say suicide is selfish. There can be another side to that too, you guys. There's also the side of the story that says suicide is what happens when the stress that you're going through, the tension you're going through is greater than the resources you have for coping with it. Is when people consider suicide. It's a way out. It's not about what their family's going to think about afterwards. It's not about the people who are going to miss them and wish that they were nicer to them. No. It's about too much suffering. As long as any psychological tension goes unrelieved, the longer that that's prolonged, the more health risks and damage it does to us psychologically, mentally, emotionally, physically. So to be able to relieve that stress and tension that so many people are experiencing today from so many different directions, to be able to experience enough stillness and silence long enough to have just a moment of relief, even just a breath, is so incredibly valuable, you guys. You're giving people what they need the most right now. It's true. And haven't you thought recently, if everybody could just sit down for a moment and be quiet and become still and become silent within themselves, enough to experience just that total no mind state where you're still awake but the mind is temporarily suspended, even if it's just for half a breath. And on a societal level as well as on a personal level, just that opportunity to sit down and become still and become silent long enough to enjoy total relief can save lives. And there's people who will be more attracted to your voice and your style and your energy than there are me. There's going to be different people who are attracted to all of us. There's a big market here because there's a big demand, which means you can have a place in it. Yoga Nidra in specific has just been growing in the last 10 years. 10 years ago, my channel was one of the only channels. Not a lot of people had heard of it. When I said the words Yoga Nidra, people would be like, Yoga Ninja? What is that? It's like, no, it's called Yoga Nidra. Nidra, the sleep of the yogis. And it really provides people with so much relief from muscular tension, emotional tension, mental tension, whatever you're going through right now. Whether if it's on the surface level and you just need a quick reset and just to relax and become still and silent for just a breath or two, or if you're working with more deeper psychological issues at the foundation of your worst vice, or if you're uncovering the truth of your spirit and you're starting to experience your own true nature for maybe the first time in your life, to recognize that which you truly are, and to obliterate fear and stress and tension at its root, which is avidya, ignorance. Yoga Nidra can be used for this, and Yoga Nidra can be used for that. And you might think, oh, who am I to teach Yoga Nidra? Who am I to teach? You are divine Atma. Your soul is eternal. You are a reflection of Brahman. You are the same, to the same extent, the reflection of Brahman is every other soul that ever came into being. If they could do it, you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. And I encourage you to, you must. Because right now, so many people are taking their own lives. And if you could save just one person to be able to maybe make it through this time, to see greener pastures, to enjoy the immaculate, perfect bliss of being alive and having a body on planet Earth, again, just once, wouldn't it be worth it? So, my teacher's training course is only $60, you guys. I'm not trying to do a hard sell right now. I'm just letting you guys know that, I mean, when it comes to teacher's training courses, that's very affordable. And you get a certificate at the end so that you can feel more confident. But really, when you can lead with confidence, which I'll show you how to do, because you will have a full, complete, thorough, theoretical understanding and practical understanding of Yoga Nidra. 4 weeks from now, you'll be complete, you'll be done, but the course starts in about 2 days. So if this interests you, then I encourage you to come join me, and let's be a part of helping people to be able to get a little bit of what they really need the most right now. You know, we all want to be able to go out and do things we haven't been able to do for the last year or so. But of all of the things that people need the most right now, every day we water a tree, a plant, your garden. Every day you take food. Every day you need to do some spiritual practice for your soul. Just like you nourish the tree, the plants, your body, just like you nourish your garden every day, and you take food to nourish your body every day, you need to take food to nourish your soul. And as my Guruji has told us, the root of our lives, the root of the tree, is the spirit. So when you nourish that, everything else receives nourishment. You don't nourish the tree by pouring water on the leaves and branches. Maybe on the trunk, some will drip down, you know, and it'll get there eventually. But we nourish the root of our life through spiritual practice, which is who you truly are. That level of meditation is always happening. It's happening right now. Your current state of mind is meditation plus the ego, to whatever extent the ego is there. But as soon as the ego is gone, you are meditating. And one way we can do that is by progressively putting the body to sleep. It's what we do with Yoga Nidra. We start with the physical body and we put it to sleep. And then we go into the energetic body, the pranamaya koja, with the breath, and we put it to sleep. And then we go to the manomaya koja, we go to the level of the mind, and we put it to sleep. And we put all these external parts of ourselves, all the manifest parts of ourselves to sleep until only the non-manifest, only the fully manifest, the fully expansive Atman is shining forth. And you recognize who you are. As you traverse through the 3 states, going from conscious to subconscious, to unconscious while awake. And that is the goal of Yoga Nidra, is to go into the sleepless sleep state where you are conscious in the unconscious mind. The external parts of you are asleep, and you might even think you're sleeping, but you're awake. There's a very subtle level of awareness that is actually always kept, which is why super learning can be done during Yoga Nidra as well, because the inner witness is consciousness. It can never be unconscious. Your mind goes through those states, but the inner self remains alert, awake, consciousness. And I just want to end this talk by saying, if you're experiencing more stress and more tension than usual, you can do Yoga Nidra every day. Yoga Nidra doesn't just need to be something that you do during a yoga class or when you have a little bit of spare time on the weekend. There are Yoga Nidra sessions that are long enough for however much time you have available. Start with 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 25 minutes, whatever time you have available to do Yoga Nidra every day. And also for those of you who are more interested in understanding the theoretical aspects of Yoga Nidra, this course will also be very enriching for you as well. Understanding theory at times helps enrich our practice. A theory without a practice is just as pointless as a practice without a theory. So the more that we understand and gain a real theoretical understanding for why we're doing Yoga Nidra, the process of Yoga Nidra, the whole stages that you go through in Yoga Nidra, then it also allows you to now have a deeper experience when you start to practice. You know what you're going for a little bit more. Of course, you can continue doing Yoga Nidra without any theory, and you will gain tremendous benefits. But to go to that next level, I invite you to come join me for our Yoga Nidra's teacher training, level 1, which is a completely thorough, in-depth, theoretical and practical understanding of Yoga Nidra, in which you are going to be immersing yourself into the culture of Yoga Nidra, the history of Yoga Nidra, all the different aspects and applications of Yoga Nidra, which different techniques within Yoga Nidra help for different therapeutic applications. And I look forward greatly to seeing you there. Life is still beautiful, you guys. We just have to withdraw our senses within ourselves and learn to make the mind still and one-pointed for long enough just to enjoy some real inner peace. Thank you very much for watching this video. Have a beautiful rest of your day and week ahead. Hari Om.